The Prime Minister Narendra Modi is holding a roadshow in the Udupi district of Karnataka. In fact, those are those visuals on your screens. You can look at the people welcoming the Prime Minister with flowers, and he is holding currently a roadshow in Udupi. Remember that today is this one-day tour of Udupi, Karnataka and Goa for the Prime Minister.
आप देख रहे हैं ये सीधी तस्वीर में प्रधानमंत्री का जो रोड शो इस वक्त उडुपी में चल रहा है.
All right, my colleague Belly Thomas is also with us on this broadcast. Belly, we are obviously seeing that the Prime Minister is there in Udupi, a massive road show being organized, and we can look at the joy, the happiness on the people's faces as they welcome their Prime Minister. Belly.
Shivani, it's a lot of excitement among the people of Udupi, where Prime Minister Modi had visited this temple town today on Friday, and Udupi Superintendent of Police Hariram Shankar said that the police, along with multiple government departments, have enhanced security in the town owing to the Prime Minister's visit. Prime Minister Modi had landed at a helipad at Adi Udupi and is now holding a roadshow as we speak from Bananje Circle to Kalsanka Circle, and he will later visit the Sri Krishna Mutt and have a darshan, and later take part in a program at Gita Mandir near the temple, where he would be, there will be a recital of among 1 lakh people, including scholars, students and other dignitaries. The security enhancement is that the more than 3,000 police personnel of various ranks, including that those drawn from over 8 districts, have been deployed at Udupi, and the team includes 10 SP rank and additional SP rank of officials. The Special Protection Group is overseeing the core security arrangements and has been coordinating closely with the local police and special teams such as the NSG, the Center of Counterterrorism and other state and central agencies who will be involved in the anti-drone and counter-terror measures. The overall bandobast is being supervised by the ADGP, Law and Order Hitendra, with IGPs Sandeep Patil and Chandragupta leading on-ground operations. And for this, the rehearsals were also conducted yesterday on Thursday, and the police have issued strict public guidelines for those attending the Laksha Kanta Geetotsava. Only individuals with valid passes will be allowed, and the latecomers will not be permitted. And items such as water bottles, bags, flower bouquets, mementos, cameras, boxes, weapons, drones, explosives, laser lights and flagpoles have been banned at the venue. The public has been advised not to climb on surrounding buildings and to promptly report any kind of suspicious activity. And coming to the food arrangements for the participants have been made on the premises of the Vidyodaya School Maidan, and the police have advised parents not to bring children below the age of 3 for safety reasons. And meanwhile, Udupi Superintendent of Police Hariram Shankar clarified that there was a short circuit in a restaurant in Manipal near Udupi on Thursday evening, which resulted in a minor explosion of 2 LPG cylinders, and fire personnel have been taking care of that. And Prime Minister Modi has stated that he was honored to be visiting the Sri Krishna Mutt in Udupi to take part in the Laksha Kanta Gita Parayana program. And this is a special gathering that brings together people from different sections of the society for recital of the Gita. And this Matta has a very special significance in one's cultural life, and inspired by Sri Madhavacharya, it has been at the forefront of serving society, is what Prime Minister expressed to the crowd, which was gathered to welcome him in Udupi, Shivani.
Belly, we are also looking at the entire itinerary of the Prime Minister, and we are being told that in fact there will also be cultural performances, and the Prime Minister, there are at least 5 points where the Prime Minister will actually stop his roadshow, then go towards those and witness those cultural performances that have been prepared by the people over there. Belly.
Absolutely, Shivani. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Udupi itinerary has undergone significant changes, with the Prime Minister now expected, to participate in that, the freshly changed itineraries. And according to the revised itinerary, Prime Minister Modi had landed at the Mangaluru International Airport and had reached Adi Udupi helipad by 11 a.m. and he had taken part in the roadshow from around 11 a.m. to 11:30 and traveling through the arterial roads before heading to the Sri Krishna Mutt. And Prime Minister is scheduled to arrive at the Mutt soon after the roadshow and will depart from Udupi at around 1 p.m. This is what is being informed to us by the police sources there, headed by the Superintendent of Police Hariram Shankar. And in view of this VVIP visit, security had been heightened across the district, and the security forces and the state police have conducted an extensive rehearsal covering on Thursday at the Adi Udupi helipad and the roadshow route as well, and also at the Sri Krishna Mutt, which would be the public meeting venue. And around 20 to 30 vehicles have been used for the mock drill, and traffic was temporarily stopped along the Adi Udupi, the Bananje City Bus Stand, Kalsanka stretch to facilitate the exercise. And minor changes have been made to the PM's route and the layout of the program stage, with the police deployment intensified throughout the city. Checks and area inspections were conducted throughout the day to ensure a smooth visit. Shivani.
Obviously, Belly, and after this roadshow, you were talking about how the Prime Minister is expected to, in fact, go to that Sri Krishna Mutt and take part in that Gita recitation event, and over 1 lakh people will be present for it. Could you give us some more details about what the Prime Minister will be doing, the special cultural significance of him actually visiting the Sri Krishna Mutt?
Can you repeat the question, Shivani?
Belly, we are talking about the Sri Krishna Mutt and the significance of the Prime Minister actually visiting that mutt over there and also taking part in the Gita recital event, where there will be over 1 lakh people chanting the Gita at the same time.
Absolutely. So this is the agenda in the itineraries, where Prime Minister Modi would be reaching the Udupi Mutt, where he would be participating in a devotional recital of Bhagavad Gita, wherein 1 lakh people will participate, and this would include scholars, students, and various people from all walks of life. And we can see, when this program, which has around 1 lakh people, the amount of crowd that would gather there. Besides that, to see the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who has come to this temple town and addressing a lot of Udupi, the people of Udupi, and also from the nearby coastal districts of Karnataka. And we are told that elaborate security arrangements have been made, and from after this program, he would now inaugurate a sanctorum which has been newly built near the Krishna Mata, and after which he would head to Goa for the further itineraries, for further activities mentioned in the itinerary. Shivani.
Absolutely, Belly. In fact, stay on with me as I introduce to the viewers some of the talking points of his entire visit to Udupi. He will arrive at the historic Udupi Sri Krishna Mutt and later take part in the Lakshakantha Gita grand program, where around 1 lakh people will chant verses from the Bhagavad Gita in unison. Now, after this temple visit, the Prime Minister will also look at, and meet those students, those monks, those scholars who are actually present over there. These people are from various walks of life, and they all will recite the Bhagavad Gita in one voice. He is also expected, in fact, to address the gathering over there. And as you all can see on your screens right now, before visiting the mutt, he is actually holding a road show over there since the past 20 minutes. Everyone, in fact, very happy to see their Prime Minister over there in Udupi. Remember that to prevent any untoward incident, more than 3,000 police personnel have been deployed around the entire city of Udupi, and 10 superintendents of police, 27 DSPs, 49 police inspectors and a lot of constables in the thousands. Everyone is there. There is also 6 platoons of the Karnataka State Reserve Police and 6 quick response teams who will be deployed across the entire city in order to make sure that security arrangements are heightened across the entire city. So obviously this is a moment of cultural and importance, a great roadshow over there, and the fact that the Prime Minister is actually visiting Udupi and the Shri Krishna Mutt is a very important point that has to be looked at. Belly, the entire city is decorated with flowers. Over here on our screens as well, we can see how people are welcoming the Prime Minister. The entire city is decorated with saffron and BJP flags. They are also welcoming the Prime Minister, and you know, it's a festive atmosphere over there before he heads to the Shri Krishna Mutt.
Shivani, the temple town of Udupi has been decked up, over the past few days, awaiting Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit there, and especially, so now the visuals what we are seeing is the road show, wherein the roads on either side have been decorated with flowers and buntings and with BJP party flags, and the Prime Minister will be visiting the Sri Krishna Mutt and in Udupi later, and he would participate, like as we earlier said, the Lakshakanta Gita Parayana program, which is a devotional gathering of around 1 lakh participants. We are talking about 1 lakh participants here. You can imagine the kind of crowd that would gather for watching this recital, this massive recital is what we are being told. And these 1 lakh participants who have been given valid passes include students, monks, scholars and citizens from various walks of life who will recite the Srimad Bhagavad Gita in unison. And Prime Minister will also later on inaugurate the Suvarna Tirtha Mantapa located in front of the Krishna Sanctum and dedicate the Kanaka Kavacha, which is a golden cover for the sacred Kanakana Kindi, which is a sacred window through which the saint Kanakadasa is believed to have had the divine darshan of Bhagwan Krishna. And Shri Krishna Mutt in Udupi was established over 800 years ago by Sri Madhavacharya, the founder of Dvaita philosophy of Vedanta. Shivani.
Absolutely, Brian. I beg your pardon, Belly. You have in fact raised some very important points that when he reaches that Mutt, he will also first have the darshan of Lord Krishna through that divine window, that Kanakana Kindi, and it is very important that people understand the significance of this entire process. In fact, the Prime Minister will also inaugurate the golden Kanakana Kindi, and he will in fact visit that shrine as well that's present. He will also be performing and taking part in a lot of rituals at the Shri Krishna Mutt, and after that around 12 in the afternoon he will reach that event where the Lakshakanta Parayana will be performed, and that is the recitation of the Gita by people from various walks of life, around 1 lakh people, all chanting the Gita together. And you can look at those visuals on your screens, everybody running towards, just to catch a glimpse of their Prime Minister. That's a rousing welcome for the Prime Minister. Flower petals are being showered on his entire convoy, and the Prime Minister is in Karnataka, in Udupi. He is expected to make this one-day visit to the state, and he is going to visit the Shri Krishna Mutt. It holds a special significance over here with the Prime Minister actually going there. And Belly, when we are talking about the security arrangements, obviously when you are holding a roadshow of this massive scale. Obviously, all shops in the 5-kilometer perimeter will be closed. Obviously, a lot of police officials, state officials and other security forces will be deployed across the city, Belly.
Absolutely. Shivani, there is more than 3,000 personnel of various ranks, including those drawn from over 8 districts nearby, have been deployed in Udupi district alone. And this team includes 10 Superintendent of Police rank and additional Superintendent of Police rank officials who would be taking care of the elaborate security arrangements there. The Special Protection Group is overseeing the core security arrangements and have been coordinating closely with the local police and the special teams such as the NSG, the Center for Counter-Terrorism and other state and central agencies are also involved in anti-drone and counter-terror measures. The overall bandobast is being supervised by the Additional Director General of Police, Law and Order Hitendra, with Inspector General of Police Sandeep Patil and Chandragupta, who are supervising and leading the on-ground operation. Like I earlier said, the rehearsals were already conducted on Thursday, and the police have issued strict public guidelines also in this regard for those attending the Lakshakanta Geetotsava. So only individuals with valid passes will be allowed, and the latecomers will not be permitted into the premise. Items such as water bottles, bags, flower bouquets, mementos, cameras, boxes, weapons, drones, explosives, laser lights and flagpoles have been banned at the venue, and the public have also been advised not to climb onto any surrounding buildings and to promptly report any suspicious activities. And besides this, food arrangements have also been made for participants at the premises of one Vidyodaya school, Maidan, and the police have advised parents not to bring children below the age of 3 for safety reasons.
Absolutely, Belly. And when we talk about the Prime Minister's visit, he is visiting Udupi after almost a gap of 14 years, Belly. So that's of significance and importance as well. The people over there waiting for the Prime Minister. His last visit was when he was just the Chief Minister of Gujarat, and today he is leading the country. He is the Prime Minister, and now he is visiting the people. Obviously, Shri Krishna Math also gives out this message of serving the people, and our Prime Minister has always believed in this philosophy of serving the people as well. So this is a good message that is going across. The people over here welcoming the Prime Minister after a gap of 14 years in Udupi, Belly.
Absolutely, Shivani. So this is proved with the Prime Minister's post on the social media platform X, stating that he was honored to be visiting the Sri Krishna Math in Udupi to take part in especially the Lakshakanta Geeta Parayana, I beg your pardon, Parayana program. So this is a special gathering that brings together people from different sections of society for the recital of Gita, and this Mata has a very special significance in one's cultural life, and inspired by Sri Madhavacharya. So this Mata has been at the forefront of serving the society. So these are the messages that Prime Minister Narendra Modi had posted on social media platforms. So you can imagine what how he holds this culture and tradition, especially the coastal area of Karnataka, where the Udupi Math close to his heart, and he has, it is a matter of pride for him to visit and address all these people who have gathered in lakhs to catch a glimpse of him, as well as to see how this people who are the lakhs of people who are participants in this recital of the Lakshakanta Geeta Parayana program, Shivani.
Absolutely, Belly. And even the cultural significance of this entire event, those 1 lakh people who have been invited to the Math to recite the Bhagavad Gita, to recite verses from the Bhagavad Gita is of valuable importance, because when we look at the entire story behind this entire Sri Krishna Math, when we look at the story behind the Udupi Kanakana Kindi story, we see how people were earlier discriminated against based on their caste, based on where they came from. And over here we have the Prime Minister of our great nation actually bringing together 1 lakh people from various sections of the society all together, and they will be singing all and chanting those Bhagavad Gita verses in unison together. It proves and puts across a very strong message, Belly.
Absolutely, Shivani. This is kind of a historic move that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has organized there in the Udupi's Sri Krishna Mata. It is sources from there say that it is kind of a rekindling of a long forgotten story of these like you earlier mentioned, the Kanakana Kindi and the Saint Kanakadasa, who is believed to have who had the divine darshan of Bhagwan Krishna at the Sri Krishna Mat. So with this 1 lakh participants, including students, monks, scholars and citizens from various walks of life participating in the recital of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita in unison, is kind of a historic move, rekindling the long forgotten cultural traditions which haven't been this big in the recent years in the past. So Prime Minister, by inaugurating the Suvarna Tirtha Mantapa located in front of the Sri Krishna sanctum and dedicating the Kanaka Kavacha, that is the golden cover for the sacred Kanakana Kindi, which is the sacred window through which, like I earlier said, the Saint Kanakadasa is believed to have had the divine darshan of Bhagwan Sri Krishna. So all these put together, this is a kind of a historic event that's happening at Udupi, wherein lakhs and lakhs of people are witnessing this, and you can imagine the kind of the footfall there near the Krishna Mata and the entire district of Udupi, where this kind of a mega event is being held with elaborate security cover.
Absolutely, Belly. I think through that visual that we are actually playing on the screens, that roadshow that is, that the Prime Minister is conducting, we can clearly see the amount of people who have gathered over there just to catch a glimpse of their Prime Minister. And this is obviously a very historic visit. You can look at the crowds over there, and the entire city is decked up, Belly. So when we talk about the mood of the people on the ground, obviously they are very excited. They are overjoyed that their Prime Minister is in the city. He is there. He is going to spend his entire day at the Sri Krishna Mat. And obviously people, when he is holding that roadshow, he is also interacting with the public at large. He will be also looking at the various cultural programs that have been prepared for him through 3 viewing points across that roadshow, Belly. So the mood of the people also very high, everyone joyous that their Prime Minister is in the city.
Absolutely, Shivani. The people, not only from Udupi but along the other coastal districts of Karnataka have also gathered, and this is pretty evident from the fact that you can see these roads where Prime Minister Modi's convoy would be going, and all decorated with flowers and buntings of Prime Minister arriving at that sacred temple town city. So this is a kind of the mood, like I said, the mood among people are full of excitement to at least catch a glimpse of Prime Minister, who is there on a purpose to uphold the cultural and the traditional values of that place, which has been revered as a kind of a long forgotten, or like I earlier said, that there was no recent events or a mega event such as this organized at the Sri Krishna Mat to show the world that this is a kind of Vatican-like place for Hinduism. So talking about that, the excitement of the people is very high with the amount of footfalls that we can see there in the Udupi district, especially inside the Sri Krishna Mata and the district as such. The roadshow was a massive success, and after which Prime Minister Narendra Modi will head to Krishna Mutt for his activities that is mentioned on the itinerary further on to attend this rituals that have been.
All right, thank you so much, Belly, for all those details on that story. With that, we are wrapping up this bulletin. We'll see you after this commercial.